All Things Healing podcast and video. This morning, I wanted to share something. It was a huge awareness yesterday during our class. You know what I love about it? They ask us certain questions, and we just go all in. We don't even know where the conversation is going. The conversation goes whichever way that we respond, and something was said that just really just was an eye opener for me. And when it came to everybody's different perspectives, and it's like we really, when you're talking to someone, get to know the person that you're talking to. Get to know the person that you're sitting across from, right? And also get to know yourselves. All of us, we come from different cultures, different backgrounds, and we are going to perceive things differently based on those experiences. And a lot of times on social media, what you see is people sharing their own things that they can resonate with, or their own personal experiences, and people be in the comment section like, that ain't right, I disagree. And it's like, but you don't really know that person. You don't know what their experiences are. You don't know where they came from. You don't know what they dealt with. They're going to see things differently. We are all going to see things differently. Respectively, we're going to see things differently, and that is just that. And so when she said it, I was like, wow, we really don't know. And one of the examples I like to share, being a black woman, there's some times where I have been guilty of like telling people like why you just can't get over this, like why you can't just move on. Because growing up, we had to get over stuff. We didn't have time. Think about slaves. Do they have time to say they ain't gonna pick no cotton today? They couldn't say that. They had to get out there and do it anyway. They ain't had time to be depressed. They ain't had time to be sad. They ain't had time to feel. They had to keep going, keep moving. And so a lot of times when we're in conversations with people where we're sharing our perspectives, right? And we're telling them that they're wrong about what they have lived and experienced. We can't do that, right? So I was just mind blown with that when she said, like, get to know the person that you're talking to. Because half the time on social media, we don't know each other. We're only sharing bits and pieces of ourselves. And some of the stuff may be true, some of the stuff may be not true. We're not sharing our full selves with the world. Some of us are, some of us not. But how do we know? We really don't know that person. So I want to talk about the different cultural backgrounds. Cultural perspectives are influenced by a group's history, traditions, and shared experiences. Different cultures have a unique narratives that shape how individuals within those cultures see the world. Okay, values and beliefs. Cultural perspectives are deeply connected to the values and beliefs held by a community. These values guide behavior, decision-making, and interpersonal relationships. Communication styles. Communication styles vary across the cultures. Some cultures may value direct and explicit communication, while others prioritize indirect or implicit expressions. Understanding these nuances is crucial for effective cross-cultural communication. Social hierarchies. I might not be saying that word right, but you know what I mean. Attitudes towards authority, hierarchy, and individualism versus collectivism can significantly differ across cultures. This influence how people relate to one another and navigate social structures. Cultures may differ in their orientation toward time. Some cultures prioritize punctuality and efficiency, while others place a higher value on a more flexible time and relationships. Okay, attitudes towards change. Cultural perspectives often shape attitudes towards change and innovation. Some cultures may embrace change readily, while others may ignore or may be more inclined to preserve and establish traditions, right? Cultural symbols and norms. Cultural symbols and norms emphasizes that may be considered normal and acceptable behavior in one culture may differ significantly in another culture. Stereotypes and generalization. Oversimplifying or generalization about any culture. Acknowledge that diversity exists within cultures, and individuals may hold unique perspectives even within a shared cultural framework. Adaptability. Attitude of adaptability and open-mindedness when interacting with people from different cultures. Recognize that cultural differences can lead to misunderstandings, but they offer opportunities for enriching experiences and learning. Empathy and cultural sensitivity. it is important to have empathy and cultural sensitivity, okay? Being aware of and respecting cultural differences fosters better understanding and collaboration between individuals and from diverse backgrounds. And I know that we can navigate the complexities of cultural perspectives and build a bridge between diverse communities. So I say all that to say this: we are not going to see things eye to eye. We're not going to see things the same way based on our backgrounds, based on our experiences. So when it comes to, social media and the comments and stuff, let's be mindful that people have experiences that are different from yours. People believe things different than where you believe things, and that is okay. Okay, let's agree to disagree. You don't have to see things the way I see them. I shared something yesterday, and for me, I was focusing on one part. When I shared it, somebody else was focusing on another part. This person started doing fact checking and all kinds of stuff, and I'm just like, I don't care about that the way you care about that. Like, maybe that's a movement that you can start on your own page. That's something that you can do if you're so passionate about it, right? So we can view the same thing differently. That's a prime example. We can view the same thing differently based on our personal experiences, based on our backgrounds, right? I'm a black person, this person is a white person. We're not going to see things the same way because we did not come from the same backgrounds. Our lives are totally different, and that is okay. That is okay. And when she said that in that meeting last night, I was like, that's my answer right there. I just was like, I could not wait to come on here and share this real life experience, and also to share how mindful we must be. We must have this is self-awareness, right? That you may not even look at it this way, but it's self-awareness, like being aware that we are going to see things differently, and we don't have to do the drive-by comments. Like, we don't have to do the drive-by comments, because it is what it is. Like, somebody posts that because they can resonate with that. It doesn't make them right or wrong. It's just what they experienced. So if we look at that in a different way, it'll save us a lot of time, a lot of fact checking, a lot of I need to be right. And then if you're the person that always has to go and do some research and find out this and find out that, like, check in with yourself. Because for me, I was a person who did not like to be wrong. So I wanted people to agree with me, and when people did not agree with me, I would just be blocking them and deleting their comments and stuff. And that came from childhood. Okay, that came from, there was a time when I answered a question in class and it was wrong, and everybody was laughing and picking at me. So therefore, I did not want to say anything. I did not want to be wrong. And so it spilled into adulthood, right? And so when I see that, I'm like, why does this person just need to comment, need to go and tag me on the videos, need to go and get all this information and share with me? It is not about me. It's something that's going on within themselves, right? If you feel the need to do that, then check in. Like, what is this about? Because I'm telling you, for me, it was about, I wanted to be affirmed. I wanted to be approved. I wanted to be accepted. I wanted to be right. Okay, that was my stuff. We all got some stuff. I own it. All right. And I want to just share this because we don't really know each other. We don't know each other well enough to go back and forth about why we see things a certain way. Because we don't know we don't know each other that well enough to go back and forth with each other. Like, we have different experiences based on our backgrounds. Like, you might see something and you just like, this just really just gets on my nerve. I don't understand this. And I can be like, oh, it don't bother me like that, based on my stuff I went through, right? And I do want to apologize to anybody that I just felt like that I may have seemed like I didn't care. I wasn't concerned about what you were going through. My upbringing, we had to get over stuff fast. We ain't had time to have feelings. We had to suck it up and keep going, right? I know that wasn't right. So I'm willing to be wrong, right? And I apologize for that. And going forward, we don't really know each other like that to be having all this stuff to say to complete strangers. So just be mindful that people come from different backgrounds and different cultures, and we have to recognize that our diversity. That's all I had. That's all I wanted to share, that because it was on my chest this morning so heavy, and I was like, I gotta talk about that. So I hope this was value added. That is all I